guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink, and today's topic is smooth minor jazz blues guitar. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy with a free member account, or in order to support the work which me and Dr. Pink are doing for the community with a premium member account. So what are we talking about today? Let's let music speak. And so on. We're going to check out this chord progression, check out how the chords are played, and we work out a concept, how to solo on the modes on those chords, and also I'm going to show you a few ideas what you can exactly do, but the goal of at the end, of course, is that you create your own ideas. So let's get started. Let's first check out the chord progression. It's really simple. Typical minor blues, the very short minor blues progression in F minor. You have an F minor 9 chord here, 8, 6, 8, 8. 2 bars, then 1 bar D flat 7 or D flat 9 chord to C altered or C7 sharp 9. So that's what is played. 1, 2, 3. Simple. Now let's add a little rhythm, something like so we have the typical figure at the beginning on beat 1. So 1, and then we start to play the 6 C notes, and we play in the second block, the first and the fourth. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. See? On the second block, we play the second and the fourth. And then we end up on the fourth block just on the one. So that's a rhythm figure which really works nicely. And then you just change chords, and that's a pretty cool rhythm guitar. 1, 2, 3. It's a bit too loud. Let's do it once again. Volume a little bit down. That's better. And so on. So this is kind of a vamp. So now what shall we do on the improvisation? Of course, you can just play the F minor pentatonics or F blues. That works great on this, but we want to go now in a more sophisticated, more advanced setting. So then first we analyze what kind of modes are played on these 3 chords. First, of course, and we keep it for today just in one position here. Here the probably the one which everybody starts with. This would be position 4 in the pentatonics. Oops. So we focus around on this position here. We're playing the Aeolian mode here. So that will be F Aeolian, just the normal F or F minor scale here in this position. Okay. On the D flat 7, it's traditionally always the same scale: Lydian flat 7, D flat, Lydian flat 7. So how do we find out what this is? Here, D flat. Or it is also called mixo sharp 11. If you already know Mixolydian, you can play Mixolydian, D flat Mixolydian. So that will be D flat Mixolydian, but we now want to have Mixolydian sharp 11. Then you just, instead of playing here the F sharp, we're playing the G. That gives quite a weird sound, but that's what is Lydian flat 7 or mixo sharp 11 is both the same. I'm just talking about from different approaches. You can also come from Lydian and just make the 7 a flat 7, and then you get the same note. So this is Lydian flat 7. And to C Phrygian natural 3, which will be this here. You can take the same notes as before on F Aeolian and just adapt. Here, instead of the E flat, you make an E. And that's so. That is the theory which we know now. We have these 3 modes which are played. In the practical use, how do we work with this? When we say you're going to play F Aeolian, I mean, nobody plays, you know, and then blah, blah, blah. You somehow work around the options and the arpeggios. So something like this will be convenient. Here you start with a little arpeggio, just an F minor arpeggio. Then you go here on the option, this is the 9, and you just go back in the arpeggio. Okay? And then in a second, maybe you play the same thing again, but now you want to have the 11 as well as an option. Works really nice. You open up with the arpeggio, then you jump into the options. It's really nice. The how you say that in German is the Knackpunkt, is that is playing really fluently and smooth. And now comes a trick. Of course we know now next would be this Lydian flat 7 or mixo sharp 11, but you can also think, F the same scale as before and just adapt one note, which is, instead of here the C, you play a C flat. So it's only one note, and when you start with this lick, you can make the same lick as before. You just adapt the one note, and then it sounds like whoa, you know. And now we need to go to the C Phrygian natural 3, And then is the best thing to really highlight the C7 arpeggio, and also the flat 9 here. This will be the D flat. Okay? And this will lead to this little lick here. Sounds really nice. Works out really nice, and because we're playing this motif all the time, the whole thing keeps together and is basically just one note which has changed, and you follow the progression. I mean, you can think it's from this side of the other side, it's only one note which has changed in the first 3 bars, but I really recommend that you really start to think from chord to chord to get the more advanced approach to smooth jazz. Good. Now we do a second example. So what are we doing here now? It's always good to somehow include arpeggios. Now we are including the F minor arpeggio up here. This is an F minor 7 arpeggio. So, and from now on we just go into the mode. And you need to resolve it on a chord note which is here, the F. Okay. So we went to a second section, open up somewhere else, but now we're referring again to the first part. Now we going back to the first part with this arpeggio from below. And we're doing the same thing as before, just with a little different opening. So and now we play the arpeggio of D flat. We're playing just the D flat 7 arpeggio. And now we're resolving in the mode. And again, same method, you need to somehow finish the line on a chord note. So. And same thing on C, we do the same arpeggio. And from now on, you see, it's always an arpeggio and then the mode. Now arpeggio, C7, now we switch to the Phrygian Natural 3 scale. So the whole thing is let's see how that works with the track. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds really nice and smooth, but of course, again, the Knackpunkt, whatever the English word is for that, the cliff which you have to take is that this stuff really comes fluently, you know. that it really comes nicely. And then now I had no delay. If you work with delays, then it gets even more smooth. I'm going to play the whole sequence now, that you see how this whole thing works. 1, 2. It passes so fast, 10 minutes explanation and it's gone in 10 seconds. But that's how it is. And it's really important here that you understand what is going on with the modes, with the chords, with the arpeggios, and how ideas are built with combinations of arpeggios, the mode, and also adaptations of keeping a motif going on, making a little adaptation as here. You know, all these little things make the big difference. Yo guys, that is smooth minor jazz blues guitar. Some ideas how to work around these 3 chords. If it's a full minor blues setting, then we have a 4th chord that will be in this case B flat minor. But it's good to start with the main section, which is basically these dominants here, the D flat 7 to C7, D flat 9 to C7 sharp 9. That's the really typical one. In this case, how to work around these chords. I mean, there are also easier concepts to do that, but this is here more an advanced tutorial, or for those who want to a bit tired of playing the blues scale all the time. You know, I always try to keep things simple, but from a certain point on, if you want to dive deeper into the matter of into the dark matter of jazz guitar or smooth jazz guitar, then you really need to go into this stuff which I'm talking about here. And also, of course, I said that it's really smooth. Also, please make technical exercises with any kinds of scales. That is really, you know, that you can read a newspaper or you talk while you play. If you can do that, then you're already pretty good. You know, also the technical part when it comes to smooth jazz or jazz in general is also, I mean, you can play with few notes. I always say play few notes first, but if you want to, you know, dig into the topic, then you cannot avoid playing a few runs, and therefore you need a certain ground speed here. So I really recommend that you do technical exercises. If you're a member of the HPCrazy Guitar Community, I make another link in the topic here where you find technical exercises specific for that. But you can do any other technical exercises. It's cool too. It's not really, you don't need to have to my approach, but you just need to have your synchronization really done. Well, good. One more to say, as I already said it. If you want to download these files, the backing track, it's available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please join with a free member account, but to download the stuff. And also to support the work which I'm doing for the guitar community, please make a premium member subscription. That's all me and Dr. Pinker having to say. See you guys.